Okay, everybody. So we'll go ahead and get started, and then people can catch this on the replay. But I really wanted to go live and make a video just describing this new season of life that I'm in. I wanted to help people have great looking platforms online. I had a background in media and broadcast television, actually, as well as like local church media. So making recap videos, filming, posting photos of events, things of that nature. And so I was working out in Columbus, Texas, for a ministry, and I loved them. It was really great, but it was time for me to jump into something new. And I had a dream to be a business owner, but doing it is like a whole nother thing, right? So I jumped in 2 feet first, kind of weighed the risk. And next thing you knew, I was a bona fide business owner. So with that, it's been a huge learning process, but I've been very blessed to kind of have like steady work in every month to where, it's not too crazy because as any of who have launched a business, the feast and famine kind of thing, I don't like using that terminology, but you understand what I mean. It's like some months are better than others. Whereas if you're working at a job, that steady income is just really dependable and it's what you build your life on. So I haven't regretted it one single moment launching out and starting my business because it took faith and it's a part of my journey. I've been blessed to do some commercials for businesses as well, for profit businesses, as well as like a local business, which is my wife's business. She has a mobile dog grooming company, and I've been helping her have great looking platforms online. And she has reaped the benefits of having a husband that is a media specialist. People tell her constantly, hey, your website looks great. I saw it and I just knew I needed to work with you. I checked your social media and your stuff looked great. So, I didn't have any reservations to hire you to groom my dog. So that has been really cool getting to, do my business, build my wife's business, and she's doing amazing. I'm so proud of her. So, primarily, what my business does is we are a content agency, Phillips Vision, a media company that's really trying to manage brands, manage the identity of businesses and things of that nature online. So, something that I see a lot is, you might have a business that's really blowing and going, but they haven't really, they made somewhat of an investment in their online presence. Things don't look that great, and I wish there was a better way of saying it, but maybe they haven't updated the website in a while. Maybe it needs some work. Maybe it just doesn't look on par with some of the competition. The competence of the business comes into question. The competence of the organization comes into question. And so that's really what I'm endeavoring to do is to help people have great looking platforms online and post regularly. So when people check out what you're doing, whether that's business, whether that's a nonprofit, whether you're like a local business, B2B, business to business, B2C, whatever, that when people look at your stuff online, that they're going to say, wow, this looks super professional. These guys are the real deal. I want to work with them. I believe that if you have great looking platforms, more people will want to work with you, and your aesthetic, your great looking stuff can be your competitive edge for your business organization, thing that you're doing. And I really want to work with vision carriers. So people that are pumped up, that are excited, that want to do something meaningful. I mean, I recognize, especially solopreneurs, we can kind of get into a niche or industry and just kind of coast, right? We're doing good enough. We don't really want to scale. We kind of just want to do our work and go home. It's similar to the job, but it's on our own terms, right? That's the benefit of being like a solopreneur. But, you know, if you're someone that's saying, hey, like, I'm not just trying to work and go home. I really want to build my business. I want to have something that will last. I want to be able to, hire people and bring people on and have amazing experiences, provide amazing experiences for my employees. Maybe you're a nonprofit and you're like, I want to do something that's amazing in the world. If you're a Christian organization, you're like, hey, I want to lead people to Jesus. I want to make a difference. I want to have an impact. I really want to work with those kinds of people that I'm calling vision carriers. And so on this main channel, you might have followed me for the fragrance content. I posted a lot of fragrance content that people really like. I've posted about the Carnival cruise. I basically have a whole movie about Carnival cruises. You could watch that on here. I've produced some music and, you know, uh, done some of those things online with a little bit with guitar. I want to do more. You see the guitar wall in the back, but yeah, so whether you've known me, from my life, like my work or church, maybe you know me because of the fragrances, that's totally cool. Maybe you like literally stumbled on my music because, that's just a fraction of the people that might be on here. But I just want to say thank you, and I wanted to kind of you know let you hear from the creator himself, to hear it from the horse's mouth, kind of what I've been up to. And I have a video talking about, my married life now. I love being married. That has been my last year. I am ready for more business, more jobs, more connections. And hopefully that make space in the calendar for me being able to do these kinds of things, where you get to hear from me. It is like a relational factor, being able to come on here, you know, to someone that's pouring their heart out. Maybe it's wisdom, maybe it's excitement, joy, all of these emotions, that we feel and that we can share online. I think it's a wonderful thing. And I hope we don't lose that, because when I came on YouTube, it was Casey Neistat vlogs, and it was just very cool to have a peek into someone's life that's doing amazing things. And maybe I don't have the clout yet. Maybe I haven't established myself enough, to where people are roasting me online. But you know what? You gotta stick with it. You gotta keep going. So I'm just really grateful to have this opportunity today to be in great health, to be sharing my thoughts online. And thank you guys for watching the replay, for this video. I really appreciate it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and end it now. I'll cut this down so it's a little more concise. But thank you guys for watching the video, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.